We're going to try something a little bit different here today. Daytona has been problematic this week, streaming. You know, I love the stock car stuff. I love the super speedway stuff. I really, really do. But it is just tough. It is tough to get a good result and to be entertaining
Get ready to rock and roll here tonight. We got a fantastic race car. One of our favorite race tracks. I think we're going to have a lot of fun tonight, guys. Right side on the restart.
Mic check.
Pit road is closed.
It's tough. So we're trying something a little bit different. We're gonna try the spec D-license BMW series in iRacing, which is it's pretty low requirement to be able to enter the series. You only have to be a D license in road, and the cars are pretty much just stripped out road cars. So it's a BMW M4 with no interior and a roll cage and some changes to the steering wheel. You might be able to see a little bit here. It's hard to see on stream with the seating position that I have, but it's got a race car steering wheel and obviously the race car dashboard and everything else. It is different. So I actually was not able to join this session in time to get any practice or anything at all like that. I'm starting at the rear, partly because of that, and also partly so I can let everybody else
Looks like you should be lining up behind this one.
help me figure out my braking point. Everybody's up there scrubbing their tires, which really doesn't do a whole heck of a lot for you. But this is just a short little 12-lap race, so it'll probably be, you know, 8 or 10 laps long. Not real long. I'm going to give the whole pack plenty of room to get going.
Let's slide back in that seat real quick. Get those belts
Let
real
anything
quick,
that's going to happen,
happen.
and I'll have the
roller.
advantage of having somebody help me identify my braking point.
Green flag.
So let's see what happens here. I'm not worried in the least about my result or finishing position. Just want to finish, get a little bit comfortable, and then I can carry on to some other more powerful road cars. I just thought it would be easier to start in something a little more simple. Whoa. Almost drove right off the track there. I got so caught up looking at the guy in front of me. There goes one. Oh, there goes two. There we go. Yeah, this is a considerably different experience than NASCAR stock car. I'm very, very comfortable and confident in a stock car. I can drive it on the edge for hours and be perfectly fine. But this little road car with a spoiler, I feel like I'm fixing to wreck it. So just got to get settled into a groove and get comfortable. Ooh. A little bit of oversteer on the entry into that final chicane. Tires should be getting warm now.
On your right.
We're gonna go for a pass here.
Clear.
Ah, man, that guy made that really difficult. He didn't do anything wrong. That was actually pretty good defending on his part, but I just couldn't complete the move. I think if I had a little bit more confidence in this car, I could have completed the pass right there, but I just don't know what I don't know in this thing. I got somebody getting ready to go for the send on the inside. Probably better to let them have that. that was not nearly as sketchy getting in there that time. I just have to work on my braking technique more than anything, I think. I need to be off the brakes and, you know, coasting or rolling into the turn before I start the turn. Because if you have any brake on with the steering wheel off center, it seems like the car wants to come around in a big way right there. Whoa, there was a... Wait!
Left side.
That was close. Real close. We're going to go for the send.
On the left side.
There we go.
Clear
Well,
him.
I was able to take advantage of that situation. That's all racing is a lot of the time. It's just being in position to capitalize on the mistakes of others. And that time, I was. Even more so in road racing because it's so easy. I mean, admittedly, in a stock car, you know, I mean, you can make a mistake. But the way the cars are set up now, they're so easy to drive. They're so easy to control. At least the Cup cars are. The Xfinity cars, it's still easy to see how somebody could spin out on their own. But in these cars, you know, you're on the edge into very different corners all the time. It's easy to get mixed up. And, you know, maybe forget which corner you're in or get caught up looking at somebody and miss your braking point or miss the apex of the corner. And if that happens, it's even easier to see how you could lose control all on your own. Oh yeah, we're getting through this part of the track a lot better now. I've got my lap time delta on just below the mirror to help me keep up with where I'm losing and gaining time. I don't really need it in NASCAR. I can kind of tell. But in these cars, I have a hard time figuring out whether I'm going slow or fast, so... Well, we're up into the top 5. We started on the last row. We've made up more than 50% of the positions. So I'm pretty happy with this. This is better than I expected this to go. Whoa! Took a little bit too much curb right there, got the car unsettled, lost a little bit of time on corner exit. That's what I'm talking about. Make one small mistake and I'm down 3/10 from my last lap. Try and get a better apex or arc through that corner. I bought a little bit of time there. I'm starting to figure this track out. It only took me 5 laps. Pretty happy with this so far. Running decent lap times. Started that turn in too early. Got all offline. And see, cost myself some time there again, so I don't think I'm in danger of winning this race, but as long as if I can get to the finish in this position without making any major mistakes like that, then we'll be doing okay. I think I'm trying too hard. Oh, a little bit too much speed through there that time. We were able to salvage it though. I think I figured out the line through this particular corner right here. And this one's pretty easy. Sliding it a little bit out of there. Having a little fun with it. Yeah, I was just trying to take too much curb through there the last time through. That felt better. These are road cars, so the suspension is not as tight as straight up. Oh, yellow flag on my screen. Not sure what the yellow was for, but it got my attention. The suspension is not as tight in this car as in, say, a GT3 variant. So this is a GT4 car, just a stripped out road car, but a GT3 car would be a purpose-built race car. This suspension is a lot softer. I was expecting it to be a little bit more forgiving of the curb, and it is more forgiving of the curb than a GT3, but I think I still tried to get too much out of it. There we go, there's a good exit. Not sure what's going on here. Oh, that was the third place car that spun off. I thought that might have been the lapped car, but it wasn't. Which makes me wonder if he got mixed up racing the lapped car. Turn the voice chat on here on the next straightaway, might be able to figure that out.
Fucking stupid.
Yep, I think that's what it was. Woo! There was the lap car just spun off doing, I think, the same thing I just did. I do have a car behind. I'm noticing his gap to me getting smaller and smaller. Might be able to hold out here for 4th place if I don't make too many mistakes. This might even be the last lap. I'm not sure how we're looking on time. It's a 12-minute race, so I think I expect we'll be taking the white flag this time, but if not this time, I think definitely next time. Yeah, it's gonna have to be next time.
Der bleibt der nur, wenn er steht, ist gut.
I don't know what he said, but he sounds pissed. Ah, man, way too much speed in there. I'm losing time to that car behind, making mistakes like that. Starting to see him in my mirror a little bit there. Just need to try to run smooth and steady here. I bet if I run what looks or feels a little bit slower, I'll probably maintain this gap. That was a really good right-hander right there. That felt really good. There we go, another good right-hander. Gapping him a little bit. I just got a little distracted with all the other stuff going on track. I wasn't paying as much attention as I should have been, and started losing time to it, but I think I'm starting to get that back.
This is the white flag.
Yeah. Just got to stay in front of him for one more lap. I'm under no illusion that I'm going to catch the cars ahead on pace. So I just need to be a little bit cautious, but very consistent. That was a better turn one. Missed the apex a little bit there. Nothing earth-shattering though. We're looking pretty good. I've actually gapped him a little bit. It looks like he might have made a mistake back there. So now it's just don't wreck. Don't go off the track. That's all I'm thinking right now. It's just get to the end of the lap without making a mistake. Looking good. Started on the last row in P9 or 10, depending on how you look at it. My car was technically in position 10. It was the furthest back at the start. I made it all the way up to 4th place, so that's pretty good. I did have one little off track that cost me some incident points, or an incident point, but
Checker flag.
pretty good start.
All right, man. Good job.
for some
Good job, man.
road
Really,
racing
really
today.
Good work there.
Be sure I'm going to report you, Greg.
Yeah, he did. He turned into me as well. So I'll probably do the same thing.
There's Forza behind me, but this is
That was fun.
completely the
That was a
same.
good little start. I'll see what other races are imminently coming up
Yeah,
here.
well, on mine, he decided.
See what other races are coming up here. Register for one of those, and I'll stream the next one. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll register for something.